everyone, and greetings for today. I'm Jaspreet, Managing Director for Brilliant Venue. Welcome to Brilliant Venue channel. Today we are here with a special session with BU Care Health Talk. As you might know, Brilliant Venue is an international community which is spread across 10 countries, and we work towards emerging technologies like blockchain, AI, ML, deep learning, and computer science. As well as we have a special division which is dedicated to health, fitness, and wellness, and that is BU Care. BU Care is the initiative which is done by Brilliance and You to spread awareness among health and wellness in this special COVID-19 situation to make your life more easy and healthy. Today's topic is cancer and mental health, and to prevent this topic, we have a very beautiful personality, Mrs. Kajal Pali. She is a motivational speaker, wellness coach, cancer care counselor, and a life coach. I would like to welcome Mrs. Kajal Pali. Welcome,
Thank you
ma'am.
so much, Jaspreet. Thank you so much, Jaspreet, and thank you, Brilliance in you. It's like a privilege to be here now. Thank you so much.
Pleasure, ma'am. As we all know, our health is very important, both physical and mental health. But nowadays, people are not paying much importance to their mental health, and the situation is turning worse. We are facing a lot many cases of depression and stress in these years as compared to earlier. My approach towards this session will be dedicated towards cancer and mental health. My first question will be for you, ma'am. That is, what precautions and measures can be taken for a patient who is suffering cancer to maintain a good mental health?
Cancer itself is something which is very painful situation. Whenever you even heard about the cancer, and when you feel that it is related to you, uh, first thing is about your life seems to be like it's over. We always associate cancer with the death. So, first thing which is affected is your mental, is your emotion, mental stability, and end of life. So, mental health and cancer has, I would say, it's like it just go parallelly. From the day you are diagnosed with the cancer till you are out of cancer, you are surviving cancer, and even after that, when you have a fear with of a relapse. So they go hand in hand. So mental health in cancer patients from diagnosed even after, see, I survived cancer in 1998 and this is 2020. So it's like 22 years. But still I have that fears. I have to go for some tests and everything for the relapse. So it is equally important to get your cancer treatment done plus looking after your mental.
Very well said, ma'am. A lot of support is needed. So, what role family can play if the patient is suffering from cancer?
Family plays a very important role because caregiver, it is not just for the cancer patient. I would say it is important for the caregiver also to take care of their mental health because cancer patients are being treated from doctors and doctors are there, but caregiver also have to be there 24 hours and they are the most neglected, I would say, the members in the cancer journey of a cancer patient. So both of them have to take care of their mental health and how family can support a cancer patient. First thing is to keep yourself your emotions controlled. Don't feel your family is the person who has a cancer is going or what will happen to that person. You first, my family has to be very confident about your cancer patient that that person is going to survive. This is just a medical condition. First important thing is first the family has to understand much before the cancer patient because your behavior will reflect in cancer patients' activity.
Right. We need to always remember that cancer is curable, and that we have
Yeah.
and that we have to spread these kind of vibes to the patients, right, ma'am?
Yeah, cancer is treatable. There are many cancer which is treatable. There are many cancer which is curable. But important is to maintain the proper awareness and to take cancer like a medical condition, not as a death sentence.
So how we can help someone who is facing depression and stress due to cancer?
Uh, See, I would say when this word comes with you, like you are diagnosed with a cancer, the depression starts from that point only. I tell you about myself. When I got cancer, I was just 19. First thing which came into my mind was like, how can this happen to me? I don't eat outside. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't party. I'm just 19. I'm just taking care of my studies and everything. How this could happen to me? So that took me to the depression for 2 days. 2 days I was not even able to utter a word because that was not acceptable to me that I got cancer. So important thing is first to accept that you have a this medical condition and you are not going to die. Take proper information. Most important thing I would say is don't Google too much. That is the most depressing thing happen to a cancer patient because they study a lot. Uh, See, I would say there are few conditions in the mental health of what we call a chemo brain. Chemo brain means a person will start getting anxiety, depression, mental fog will be there. So this would happen after I think 4 months, 5 months, or 6 months. But if you read a lot, if you go Google a lot, you will start feeling the same thing much earlier. So important is not to take so much of knowledge, which is just giving you a depression. Second thing is just focus on your breathing. As a common person, we understand our brain works with the supply of oxygen. So when the oxygen is good, supply of oxygen is good in our body, our cell will be healthy and they will grow properly. So breathing exercises are very important. The supply of oxygen to our body is equally important as medicines are. So we have to take care of our breathing exercises. We have to, I think, what we say, meditation is why meditation because you have to keep your calm. Uh, don't meet too many people. Don't meet too many people because in Indian society, people still are not that comfortable with cancer. They just give you that impression that this is something drastic happen in your life and you are not able to, you will not be sane and things like that. So keep yourself restricted, meeting such kind of negative people, and read books, good books, not cancer books, not survivor book or cancer book. Read something good, some spiritual, something which makes you smile. Difficult thing happen with the cancer patients are they are not able to do their uh, regular regular routine. They are not independent anymore. For many things they become dependent. So that is the major thing which happens in cancer because everybody wants to be dependent, at least for their daily routine.
Right.
So for that, I think if they start accepted that this is something which I am not able to do for some period, like 2 months or 3 months, or when my treatment is going, don't take that personally because I did that. I was like I was not able to move for I think 2 years. I was completely on a bed, on a wheelchair, like a vegetative state. So it was going very bad for me. Yeah, I have to ask for a water from my family. I was not able to do my daily activities, not even able to eat anything on my own. So I was feeling bad about it, and which leads to a major issue in my life. And I was in a coma for about 9 months. So maintaining that health and maintaining, don't feel pity upon yourself or don't feel like you are a liability to somebody. It is just a medical condition and it can happen to anyone. And your family is there for you. So you don't have to feel that you have become a liability to your family. I think these are the things which we keep in a mind.
Right, ma'am. Indeed, you are a strong woman who have fighted cancer, and still you have such a mindset that you are helping others. That indeed a very wonderful thing you are doing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Um, what kind of foods or exercises that can be inculcated in the lifestyle of a patient that can help them to maintain a good mental health and good happy hormones in their body?
Uh, Food is, I am not saying like vegetarian food or non-vegetarian food. I eat everything. I eat everything. I'm a vegetarian, but I don't restrict myself. There are certain things. I don't have a kidney. I had a RCC. I don't have a kidney. My liver has an issue. So I have to take care of that. So I can't take certain things which I take precautions about. But I eat everything and I don't even feel guilt about it. Important thing is whatever you eat, whatever you do with all your heart. I remember I don't eat this golgappas and tikki and everything because I don't like it. But people generally think that I don't like it. I don't eat it because of my health. But when I cook at home, I eat everything. I eat everything. So mindful eating is also very important. You have to have fruits daily, at least one or two fruits daily. Don't take sugar. One thing I would definitely want to talk about is please stop having this white sugar because our cancer cells grow on sugar. Glucose is a food of cancer cells. So one has to stop taking sugar. That is very important. I would say anything which is white, like maida, this sugar, too much of salt. One has to restrict, even if you don't have cancer, even if you don't have any chronic disease. These three things must have, you must just take it out from your daily routine. And exercises, breathing exercises are very important. Pranayam is very important. Om Vilom is very important. Going to nature is very important. I tell you, I was attending one seminar about cancer, and we there I got to know something very interesting. I'm a spiritual coach, so we have a practice called grounding. So where we sit and we ground ourselves to Mother Earth. There I have come to know why grounding, because our body release some electron and protons which we can receive from Earth. So walking barefoot on Earth is equally important to balance us. So once a day, evening or morning, we must go to open air, just give a contact with the Mother Earth. That is very. Our nucleus, our cells, and our all the body structures work wonderfully. Nowadays, I think there is Amazon is selling some grounding pads also,
Okay.
and it's very expensive. I like the bed sheet is around I think 7 or 8,000. So it's better to go in normal nature and activate yourself. So these are the best things you can do on a daily basis.
You have rightly mentioned that if we connect with nature, we will definitely heal faster and avoid some junk food, avoid sugar, and keep yourself distant from certain kind of foods will definitely help to cure faster.
Definitely. As I'm a spiritual coach, so we always do meditations to be in a higher vibration. So whenever we feel that we meditated a lot and we are feeling uncomfortable because of high vibration, we take junk food. to
Right.
lower our vibration. So
Because we
you
think,
can relate to it.
yeah, we think it will give us joy for some time and we can have a happy moment.
Yeah, but with meditations, we always raise our vibration to a higher level with our practices, spiritual practices. But when we feel uncomfortable about our vibration, we eat junk food. Why? Because we have to lower our vibration. So this junk food, cold drinks, this chips are a food which brings your vibration down.
Right.
So they are low vibration food. If you want to be happy and you feel that you are eating chips and coke and you will be like in a good mood, it will never happen. They are low vibration food.
So, so ma'am, how can uh, a proper therapy and counseling help a person during surviving the cancer and fighting the battle? Can help them to maintain a very good mental state.
Yeah, there are two therapies. One is I tell you, there are two main therapies, which is like cognitive behavioral therapy for cancer patients, and one is dialectical behavioral therapy. One is CBT, and other is DBT. Uh, in these therapies, the cancer patient or any chronic illness patient is properly assessed, and then they are giving. There will be a psychological session. There will be sessions with a psychiatrist, counseling sessions. But this also includes meditation and breathing.
Right.
These two therapies also is a meditation and breathing exercises is also a part of these two therapies. So you can't run away from breathing exercises and meditation. You have to do it. Even if you go medically for treating depression, or you do it yourself, then you are diagnosed with them. That has to be done.
Ma'am, if a patient maintain a good mental health, and can that help that patient to cure faster than other patients, or what difference it
Definitely,
makes?
definitely. Because I tell you one incident. I was working with math for some time. So there was one uncle. He was like 70. So
Okay.
he was there for some diagnosis. So he used to ask everybody, "How are you? Have you taken your medicine? Have you taken your lunch and everything?" So everybody was so happy, and he was also very happy person. Whenever I go to meet patients, he was like, "Ma'am, aaj bade अच्छे lag rahe ho," and all that stuff. He was very happy, ma'am. So one day when I went there, he was shifted to another ward, uh, and I just went to meet him, and I just came to know that he passed away. I went after 2 days, and I heard that he passed away. So I asked what happened. Then what happened with him is he was shifted to cancer ward, and he was not aware that he was shifted to cancer ward. Like from one unit, he thought that he was shifted to another unit, and
Right.
he was just asking somebody, some young boy, that
Mm.
have you eaten your food? Why are you so low? Like he used to do. That boy got very pissed off, and he just said, "Uncle, can you leave me alone?" He was like, "What happened to you?" That boy said that, "What happened to you?" The same thing happened to me. I was like, "What?" It was like cancer. You don't know this is cancer what? He just said that. That boy just said that. That uncle went out. He saw that board that it's the cancer ward, and he couldn't speak even a word. And morning he was not. So that is the impact of your mental acceptance. So he was a perfectly jolly person till the time he doesn't know that he has a cancer. And he couldn't survive 8 hours when he came to know that he got cancer. Definitely, we, as a cancer patient, as a cancer survivor, I would say, and as a caregiver, my mother had a cancer. She died of cervix cancer. My brother had a Hodgkin's lymphoma. He died after three relapses. So your mental health is very important, and see, your body runs with your brain.
Right.
Your brain is, I would say, circus में होते हैं ना चाबुक वाले, what do you call it? So it is same. Our body is a lion जिसको हमारा वो चाबुक जो है वो ब्रेन चलाता है. So how you treat your body is always defined by your brain. So mental health and keeping yourself happy is very important. Keep yourself going. Everything is fine. And this is not something which you cannot come out. I don't talk about my cancer. I tell you, I don't have kidney. My liver doesn't work properly. I have a heart issue. I don't have three ribs because of some surgery. But you can see me. I don't look like a cancer patient
Yeah, you look
or a survivor.
a wonderful person, a person full of life and enthusiasm.
Yeah,
What I
because I don't think about it.
Yeah,
What is gone is gone. My kidney won't come back. If I start crying all the day, it won't come back.
right,
My liver will not start working. My ribs won't come back. My mother won't come back. She left 17 years back. My brother won't come back. So what is important is to take care of what is left. My one kidney is there, so I can take care of that. Half of my liver works, so I can take care of that. I can take care of what my heart is. But if I crib about, if I cry about the years I have lost in my cancer surgery, I was in hospital for 3 years in coma, not able to walk, not able to eat anything, not able to do anything with all machines. That time I used to think like, what will happen to my career? What will happen to my life? Who is going to take care of me? Trust me, I did my software engineering, and now if I would be fine, so I would be doing any job like 2 lakh, 3 lakh rupees job. And trust me, I'm doing much better now than I would be doing in any job. So cancer has taken things from me. It is, I don't deny it, but it has given me learning.
right.
So it is here.
You are a
The
true
illness is
example,
here.
ma'am. How
Yes.
a good attitude and a positive mindset can transform your life. Even you can fight cancer and still make a beautiful life for yourself. Very well.
Yeah, I'm happy. I am happy about my life because my father is alive. I can spend time with him. Even I start crying about my mother, I can spend time with my father. I can spend time with my brother's son. So this is how you mental health always makes you see the good things in your life. Things will never change what is gone. You cannot go back and change things, but you can start it from now. So mastering your mind is very important in any journey. In any journey, I tell you, it is not just about cancer. This COVID has taught us many things.
Right.
To be independent,
My
to
next
take care of our finances properly.
right.
You
My
were saying something.
next question is regarding COVID only. It's like we are in this lockdown situation, and mostly people are stuck in their homes. How
Yeah.
people surviving with cancer can cope up with this kind of situation? What kind of changes they can include in their life to have a positive and healthy mind and body?
See, we cannot go out in COVID, and with cancer patient, the difficult thing is their immunity is low, so they can catch infection much before than any healthy person. So important is to stay home, even if the unlock is happening all over the country. But it is important to stay home and take extra precautions because lots of people are out. And you know, it's around, I think, 5 lakh now. It's closing
Right.
to 5 lakh.
And
So
increasing.
it is increased. So for cancer patient, it is very important to take care of their immunity, and you have to accept it that you have to be extra cautious. You are like a diamond. We always keep diamond in very protective thing, no? Like with the velvet paper and cloth and good boxes. So we cancer patients or cancer survivors are like that. we need an extra care. We are more precious, and we have to be very careful about things. Breathing exercises, no doubt, you have to do it. You have to have a proper food, proper diet. We cannot go out in the nature, but we can sit in our balcony. We can go to the terrace and do exercise. We can at least in evening we can just stand in the balcony for 5-10 minutes with proper mask and so food and meditation and breathing is must for anybody who is going through any chronic.
Right. So basically, it's up to us what kind of routine we set in this lockdown situation, especially for the patient. They need to be extra careful, but still they have to maintain a good health.
See, everything depends on us.
Right.
Our cancer is how you fight cancer is depend on us. Okay? Two cancer patients having the same cancer, same protocol, same medicine. One is able to survive, other person is not able to survive. What is the difference? Difference
Mindset.
is accepted and mindset. It's the same cancer, it is the same medicine, it's the same protocol, same human body, same organ. But how you treat yourself, that is it.
As we all know, like chemotherapy is one of the very basic treatment for cancer. How does it affect the mental health of a person?
Chemotherapy create a mental fog. We call it chemo fog, chemo brain. It developed a chemo brain. Chemo brain brings anxiety, depression, and mental fog. Mental fog means person will start getting a little low in things, depression and anxiety. With chemo, there is a lot of pain, lot of it's a long process. Like it's a daycare, but accepting chemo is body will take time. Body takes time. It's a painful thing. And when we got settled with the chemo, the next cycle starts. So anxiety of the next cycle is also there. So maintain a chemo brain is very important. And how to maintain is to first thing is acceptance. So anything important is acceptance and looking for good things. When you are home and that 15 days period or 21 days period is there, read books, meet people with precautions because after chemo the infection can be much. You are prone to infection, but with proper I think precautions, you have to keep yourself happy and don't think about what is going to happen after this. As you don't know that you will get a cancer, you don't know what will happen after cancer. So what is the point of thinking about it? You have to channelize your brain as well.
Right, ma'am. What are the tips or strategies that a patient can adopt so that he or she can maintain a mental health to fight this cancer through whole the journey of cancer from the beginning they come to know about they have a cancer till they have recovered?
First thing is, see, I will agree with it. It is a very difficult to accept.
Right.
Take your time to accept, but accept it. It's a medical condition. It is difficult period, no doubt. To accept and just going through this treatment is not easy. So take your time. 1 day, 2 day, 1 week, 15 days. Take the time to assess and then move forward with the positive. Uh, and important is discuss everything with your doctor. Everything with your doctor because your doctor knows you best. Don't Google too much. Don't Google all the medicines. Don't Google. Be aware of things, but don't be too much into just searching for things. There are many support groups. India have a lot of support groups. So, so cancer patients have all the facilities. I have my own cancer group, which is Peace with Cancer. And people generally talk about, ask me that, why peace with cancer? How can somebody be peace with cancer? So the whole idea is to, uh, when you accept things, when you're okay about it and take treatment in a positive way. I have a mindful coach, I have a yogacharya, I have a psychologist, I have a psychiatrist, I have meditation coaches. So they are equipped with everything when a person needs. I have a nutrition, so I have a dietitian. So everything is available. So we have lots many support groups like that. Involve with them. Meet cancer patients, meet survivors, talk to positive people. Because Indian society even now has a lot of restrictions regarding mental blocks regarding this cancer. Meet positively. And caregiver have an very important role in this because caregivers have to maintain their mental health, your mental health. Caregiver's mental health is very much important. It is equally important as for the cancer patient because if you a cancer patient sees their family crying all the time, how can you even expect cancer patient to be a positive? Cancer patients have lot of mood swings.
Right.
So caregivers have to understand that they are going through certain phases of life, which makes them insecure, which makes them irritated. They are not that independent. So just let them the be they are. Don't react too much. This is a phase and this will go. So tips I would say ki always monitor your things. And I would say most important thing, other than all this thing is talk about your emotions. If you don't have anybody to talk about how you are feeling, write it out. But vent out. Whatever you are feeling, good or bad, any insecurity, anything, you must have somebody you can talk about it with an open heart, without hiding, without any shame, without any guilt. Just talk about it. If you don't have anybody, just write it up. Idea is to release your emotions, to release that block. Normally we see if we are angry with somebody and we go and tell things on the face, we feel relaxed. So this
Right.
is same. If you're feeling scared of cancer, just write it out. Just write and forget about it. Just vent it out. And trust me, this is going to help many cancer patients a lot because we think, then we calculate, and it goes on us.
Rightly said that a proper support system is needed, and the caregiver has also have to maintain a very good mental health because they will be exposed to many things that they are not even ready for. And ma'am,
Yeah.
in some cases, it is seen that patient loses their mental control and start behaving abusive. So, what can be done at such a situation?
First thing is a patient. I see cancer patient. I meet cancer patients, and I was a cancer patient. So I know cancer patients become very moody.
Right.
They become very aggressive sometimes, and you don't know when that person, when that cancer patient will react in a certain way. So in that moment, in that situation, keep your calm. Let the person behave the way that person is behaving. Situation becomes difficult when you start defending yourself, when you start even reacting to the cancer patient. Let it be a half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours. Just let the cancer patient behave the way that person wants to behave. See, we have to understand a husband who has a cancer, That person doesn't know that what is going to happen to his life. That insecurity is there, and his wife is there, and children are there. So he is worried. So that is why he is behaving in a certain way. I see many cancer patients that a man has started very abusive or very controlling towards his wife when he is going through cancer. It is not happening because that person doesn't love his wife or he is not okay with his wife. That man is not sure that if he leaves this world and he is not able to survive, his wife is strong enough to deal any kind of situation. That mental insecurity is forcing him to behave that way. That aggression, that frustration is coming out. So we have to understand why that person is doing it. And don't react, don't defend. Just let the things flow. That person will be calm, and then you can talk to them.
So we all have to maintain a peace with the cancer and the cancer survivors. The friends, the family, the society can play a very important role. And thank you,
It
ma'am,
is very true.
for enlightening all these things and sharing your years of wisdom with us. Your experience of life is definitely an inspiration for many of us. And you are doing an amazing task, changing life, counseling such people who really need you. Thank you so much for your wonderful time.
Thank you so much.
And to all my viewers, I would like to say that it was one of the best sessions that we have, and I hope this will definitely help you and your family if someone is suffering from cancer. And many of your doubts will definitely be gone now. You can fight with cancer. Cancer is curable, and if you keep a right attitude and a right mindset, then you will definitely a winner. So you can subscribe our YouTube channel in the drop box. The link is there. Thank you so much. Keep supporting Brilliance in You and have a wonderful day. Thank you.